Mm-mm.
Okay.
Come on, Regine. You jumped in. So right
I
now,
did. So I'm
yeah,
ready for whatever you got for me. It's okay.
exactly. I ain't about to keep you waiting. It's 8:01. Mm-mm. So, but tell me a little bit about you though. So you joined the group. You joined through Marquita. What made you
Uh-huh.
join? Yeah.
I feel I joined because it's another safe space for me. Besides talking to her, I feel like talking to
Mm.
people that's in the same mindset as
Yep.
us that know we need
Mhm.
people to talk to besides each other that can better give you a different perspective on what you're going through or like give you other advice besides
Yep.
just the two of us throwing advice to each other. So
Mm.
I just feel like this has been like a dope opportunity for me to just come in and meet everybody and see how everybody mind is and,
Mm.
you know, start conversing more in the group and commenting on statuses and stuff like that or start posting more in the group once I get
Mm.
comfortable with everybody else as well.
I love that. I love that. What would you say in regards to groups like this? Do you feel like you see a lot of groups like this that are common, or do you feel like there's not that many?
It's not that many at all, actually. Like people try to do like a lot of videos like mental health awareness and stuff like
Yep.
that, but it's not a lot of groups where, especially where for Black people to feel
Mm.
comfortable and have that space to sit up there and talk and not feel judged. So
Yep.
I feel like this is again a dope thing, and seeing how people just like starting to join their group and just coming in and stuff like that and kind of
Yeah.
interacting. It's it's a nice thing to sit up there and see people can finally have a space where they can talk and
Mm.
not be ridiculed or look at like scalded for how they
Yeah.
feel.
Exactly. Man, that's so dope. You saying exactly what it is I'm trying to create here. And I love that. I'm glad that you sensing all those different things. Why do you think a lot of
Yeah.
people why do you think a lot of people run away from their mental health? Or why do you think a lot of people shy away from talking about it?
See, me growing up in a Black household, as many other people have, that was
Mm-hmm.
toxic. It wasn't spoke upon to talk about how you felt, or you'd be like, I feel like I'm this, or I feel like I'm that. And it was like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Just go sit down somewhere. You're going
Yep.
to be all right later on
Mm-hmm.
down the line or something like that. And it's like, that don't never be the case for real. And then you see people start committing suicide or having these
Mm.
little feelings of wanting to not be around because
Yeah.
nobody is there to listen to them and nobody's there to help them
Mm.
fight through whatever it is they fight trying to fight through. And that's not a
Mm.
good feeling to sit up there and have. And then from household to going
Mm.
to relationships with people and you're a broken person,
Yeah.
and then somebody that you end up with don't understand what you're going through, because it's like you have anxiety, you have
Mm.
depression,
Mhm.
or like you have bipolar disorder or anything
Yep.
like that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like people that don't understand that is scared of that, or it's like it never existed for them,
Yeah.
and now it's getting more prominent, and it's people starting to like be more suicidal and stuff like that. Now it's
Mm.
being talked about more and it's not frowned upon, and people starting to go to therapy more to be able
Yep.
to, talk to somebody before they try to
Mm-hmm.
lose their mind.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm glad you bringing up all this. Like you saying a lot of stuff that I think a lot of people need to hear. That's why I press record. Cause I'm just like, and Marquita, I see you. I see you. You ain't being ignored. I see you. I see you already know. You like you done brought somebody in here. You know I'm happy. Like like for real, she and Marquita, she's just hitting on it. I know you hear, but again, just again what you saying about the suicide and people not having that space and not feeling like they have that space and not feeling like they want it, not feeling like people want to hear what they gotta say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I posted a group or a question in the group recently that was kind of like, there she is, there she is. No, but I posted a question in the group recently that was like, who do you call on when you're going through that depression? Who do you call on when you feel like you at the end of your rope? And it's like, who can I go to? And a lot of people, well, Marquita in many instances said that she said pretty much no one, or she tries not to really call on no one because
Mm-hmm.
she has had so many people let her down.
Very much so.
You know what
And
I'm
I've been
saying?
around for a few of those mishaps and stuff that sit up there and happen, and
Mm-hmm.
it makes you want to just like take people around their neck and like strangle them a little bit because
Yep.
stop playing with her, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
And
you're right.
it gets you in the defense mode because for me
Mm-hmm.
and my mental health,
Yeah.
like I was in a good space until about before now until I met
Mm.
my two youngest kids' dad. Then it
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
decline, decline,
Yeah.
decline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 And a relationship is one of the main things that can do it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? The people around you, you know what I'm saying? And you mentioned too, because I even asked that question too. I love to ask the where you was, on a scale of 1 to 10.
yeah.
You said out of 5, you
What
had a
is bottom?
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
Be quiet.
I thought you said one through
Be
10,
quiet.
Okay,
but
so mm-hmm.
so I said 4.5, 5 because like I'm still in a space of where I'm getting back comfortable
Be quiet.
Mm,
with myself and being by myself again because
yeah,
I
Be
was in
quiet.
a very toxic relationship for a
yeah.
while. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm slowly getting back to where I used to be, but
Yeah.
it's gonna take time, and
Mm,
I got a lot of that right now. So
that's good. That's good. That's good. So you out of it now.
yes, yes,
That's
I am.
beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm so glad. Um, would you say that it was a mental struggle for you to get out? I know a lot of people find it hard to, get out of relationships where they feel like they've committed themselves to a person. Would you say that you found it hard to actually get out before you got out?
Yes, very because
Mm,
it was first. He's older, so he's 6 years older than I am.
mm,
So when I met him, he was 30. I was 24 at the
yeah.
time. So it was a nice age gap. And
Mm-hmm.
once I realized the stuff that he was doing was like basically manipulation and being
Yep.
a narcissist and stuff like that, it was like,
Yep.
I'm in here. I don't
Yep.
want nobody too involved because I don't want nobody hurt because of me because he thinks that he kind of crazy or whatever the case was. So it was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this, even though it was dangerous and it was
Mm,
kind of something I knew I probably shouldn't have done then. It's like, yeah, it's just like I was already gone mentally, but then like having to be around and having to talk to this person
yeah.
almost every dang on day, it definitely takes a toll.
Mm, that's good. That's good. You sound like you spent a lot of time sitting and thinking about what you did. No,
I did.
that's good.
I had nothing but time.
Mhm. That's
I
good, man.
had nothing but time
Yeah, yeah. What made you do that? A lot of people find it hard to sit and be in their thoughts. What made you do that?
because for one, I'm already an overthinker. That's the first
Oh
thing.
man, yeah,
So
yeah,
when it comes to me and knowing after a while that I did something that I wasn't supposed to sit up there and do, I
yeah.
go back and reflect on myself and what I should have done different instead of pointing a
Mm,
finger at other people. So like the relationship that I was in, I knew it was my fault for something that I was going through because I'm the
mm,
one who allowed it. And then I also stayed and let the person constantly do
mm,
what it was they were doing to me.
yeah.
So it was
Mm-hmm.
definitely on me because I could have changed it, but I didn't. And then also, I didn't know how to. I was
Mm,
only 24 at the moment. So it was like I
mm,
was young and then didn't know what to do or who to turn to, really, so to
yeah.
speak. So it was like, yeah, I'm going to figure it out. Even though Quita was there to help, but it's still like, this is not your battle to help me fight. I got to figure this out for
Mm,
myself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's good because you bringing us into the topic. You really are. Because again, you going into this element of, man, I had this person who I was with, in a relationship with. There she is. There she is. Right there. But yeah, like you going into that whole element of, where you were. You were in a committed relationship. You of course develop romantic emotions behind it. So those things they already start to lock you in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm committed to this person. I don't really want to, leave this person because I've committed. Maybe I'm not sure how many years you were with the person, but it probably could have been a substantial amount of
Too
time.
long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? And those years, they develop feelings, emotions. They add up.
It do.
Come on. They add up. Like, and it's not just, easy peasy to walk away from something. So then you got to mentally challenge yourself to detach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, I'm sure that was a struggle in and of itself, which again is going to ties into our topic, which is addiction. because people go through all those different aspects. You have these things that you constantly doing, these cycles that you create for yourself, these chains you create for yourself, and then it's kind of like, how do I get out of it, or how do I shuffle out of it, or I know it's wrong. You said you knew it was wrong.
Yeah, I for
You
sure
knew
knew
it
it
was
was wrong.
wrong.
After like it took me a little while to figure out like, yeah, no, it's not it. But like
Mm-hmm.
once I did figure it out, it was like, yeah,
Yep.
this for
Yep.
sure not it for me. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you remove yourself without it getting to a point where
Mm.
it gets dangerous for both
Mm.
parties, and not just myself, but for both parties. So
Yeah,
it's
for
like
both.
you
Mm-hmm.
gotta like really
But
think about
mostly
that
him.
stuff first. But like,
The
yeah,
fuck?
so it was a lot in that.
Yeah.
And it was, I feel like it wasn't more so an addiction
Mm.
than it was, I felt like I was trying to save somebody who didn't want to be saved.
Yep. Yep. There it is. There it is right there. That right there.
So
that didn't hurt. That didn't got a lot of people hurt. Yeah.
very much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Do
Sit down.
do you find yourself often maybe talking to people that are in similar situations as you, or people that were in similar situations as you? Like, do you now spend the time sharing what happened to you and trying to help other people who going through, or who went through what you're going through?
Yes, definitely do.
That's
Because I
good.
have a few friends that come and
Mm,
talk to me. But then also when it comes to like talking to me about stuff that's similar that happened to me, like my
mm,
friend, her name is Cookie.
mm,
She was dating an older guy as well, and
mm,
then he was doing a lot of love bombing and stuff like that. And when she was telling me,
mm,
I'm like, that was the same way that Corderio started with me, with my oldest,
mm.
my two youngest kid dad.
Yep.
That's the way he started with me. He was always going out to eat. We was always together. We was always doing blah 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 X,
Mm.
Y, and Z.
Yep.
So then when she was like that, I'm like, be careful. And then when she was
Yep.
like, what you mean be careful? I'm like, that's exactly how so and so was with me. So just be careful
Wow.
when doing certain things, because how you explaining it is the same way he was. And then a little bit after that, like some months later, she was like, yeah, he started doing the same exact thing he was already telling me about, and blah
Wow.
blah blah X, Y, and Z.
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, as you talking to me, I feel that in when you sit up there and talk, it's sweet at first. I'm like,
Mm.
that's love bombing,
Yeah.
basically. So
Yeah.
it's giving you what you want, keep giving you what you want, and then boom,
Mm.
all hell break loose.
Man.
So then she was then when she seen that, and then when he finally, like, the last straw for her was like when he had shoved her to the ground, and then she was just like, yeah, I'm done with that. I'm like, I'm glad you did it sooner,
Yeah.
because I didn't do it sooner. So I'm glad
Yeah.
you caught yourself and got yourself up out of that way sooner than,
Exactly.
before anything else could have sit up there and transpired, or you been in a situation that you didn't want to sit up there and be in anymore.
Mm. Mm.
So I
You
definitely try to give the best advice I can to other people.
mm. Marquita, who you done bought in here? Who you done bought in here, Marquita? Because like, hey,
The bestie babe.
I see. Like, yeah, y'all are pouring out right now. My goodness. And I
Yeah, yeah.
love it. I love it. Like, all right, I'm gonna start sliding into the topic, but before I do,
I'm ready.
Marquita, we gotta touch on you. How you doing? How's everything going? How are you, lady?
I'm doing good. Mm,
Good.
I'm not doing anything, cooking.
Cooking. All right, yeah, yeah. I already saw y'all. Wait, man, y'all throwing down. I hope I'm invited, or at least can get something.
I
Like,
told you, you and Bay is always invited for some food.
all right. All right, all right, hands down. I'm gonna take you up on it now. I show up uninvited
Yeah.
and I just start knocking. You make sure you answer that door. I'm just saying.
I love to cook. I was like, everybody come in, everybody come on.
For real. Put something
I
on the grill
love it.
real fast.
I love it, man. And again, Marquita's been
No,
so go ahead.
no, I was no, not you.
Oh, talking to
I was
okay.
responsible.
Yeah. But Marquita, she's been holding it down from the group. You know what I'm saying, to the engagement, to just being one of the first people in the group. I think she was actually probably
Right.
the first. And again, just always, I'm giving you your flowers. I got you, but like, but she's just been so genuine, so genuine, and just so committed to the group and committed to allowing everybody in the group to feel loved. Like,
Right.
And that's why I really salute her, and I have to highlight her right now. And I gotta know too, how did y'all meet? Like, where did this bond come from? Like, yeah, how did y'all meet? What's up? I want to know a little bit about this
So,
bond here. Yeah.
funny story. We met in
Hmm.
high school.
My
Wow.
sophomore year.
Wait, don't go
Wow.
too
Sophomore year
deep.
of high
Wait,
school.
look, don't go
I'm
too
going
deep.
real deep.
Whoa.
So yeah. So I was a sophomore. She
Yeah.
was a junior at school.
Wow.
I was previously homeschooled for my freshman year of high school. So when I finally got to go to a traditional high school,
Yeah.
I went to Marshall, which was the school she was
Mm.
going to. So we met
Yeah.
there.
Wow.
I was the weird girl with the pink, purple, and black hair when I first came to the school.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And after school, I think we had like a volleyball tryout, and I met her at volleyball tryouts. And then after that, we had just clicked, and we've been close ever since.
Yeah,
That's
I think I was
dope.
cursing. I think I was cursing somebody out or something. She like, I like your mouth, and I was like, oh, okay. Besties ever since.
What? Wait, hold on. So ever since high school, y'all have known each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We just hit the over 10-year mark.
Whoa.
Yep.
My
And
goodness, man.
her son and my daughter are like literally like a week apart,
Let's
2 weeks apart.
go. Oh my
So
goodness, man. So y'all pretty much
yeah,
was raising y'all children at the same pace too.
yeah.
And she tried to do nasty stuff the same time I was doing nasty stuff.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Hey, put it out there.
I
Put it
didn't
out
try
there.
to. I did because I had one before you, so I didn't try
Wow.
to. Okay, see,
Wow.
look, this is gone. This don't turn the conversation to this right now.
Mhm.
I want to be very
Mhm.
wholesome, as wholesome as possible on this up on this Zoom call. Thank
Okay.
you.
What's the subject tonight?
Exactly. I mean, and again, it's I don't want y'all to share anything that y'all don't want to share too. So Regine, if you definitely, as I ask questions, you ain't got to share none you don't want to share because we talking about addictions. So it could be any type of addiction that you have. You ain't got to share none you don't want to share. But this is being recorded. This is being recorded, so everybody's gonna see this from YouTube to TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat. I post everywhere. So I'm like,
And he zoomed all the way in.
and I zoom
He
all the
zoomed
way in.
all the way in.
I zoom in on your face. Like,
Get my eyebrows. Then
there we
get
go.
a
There we
nice shot of
go.
my.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna zoom right in. but but like again, I want you to be comfortable. So I know this is your first time on. I want to make sure you're comfortable and that you share what you want to share. But we gonna get into it. And before we do, I want to go back to you, Regine, for a quick second. You said so out of from 1 to 10, where are you mentally again?
4.5, 5 right now.
1.5, 5 right now. Okay, and you said, if you don't mind me asking, why is that? Why are you at a 4.5, 5?
Because, like I said earlier, I'm still getting in the space of getting comfortable and relearning myself again right now. So it's still I'm at a low pace right now, but it's slowly and gradually getting up there.
That's good.
So I feel like probably within like the next couple of weeks or a month or so, I'll probably be back at like at least an 8, if anything.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. What do you think it's going to take for you to get there? Just time or?
Yeah, time, because I gotta still slightly deal with the person because we have kids together. So it's like every once in a while, I just gotta learn how to ignore, block, or whatever I need to sit up there and do to make sure that my peace of mind is where it needs to be at, especially for my kids and for myself. Because if I'm not okay, they're not gonna be okay.
That's good.
You're damn right.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's real good, Regine. Thank you so much for just being transparent. Thank you for opening up and allowing us to at least hear that, because I know there's gonna be people that's watching this that's gonna need to hear it. So that's why I ask these questions. And Marquita, you too. On a scale from 1 to 10, where you at? I think last time you said you were at what were you? 5,
7, 8,
7.
Wait, the first time you asked, it was like a 5, 6, and then the second time you asked, it went up or whatever like that. You remember?
It did in the group. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you at a 7 or 8 right now.
Yeah, only because, like I said, things looking up things looking up and looking like it's turning around. I could possibly be getting a new car next week sometime, and moving looking like it's gonna happen and stuff like that. So things are looking like it's moving and stuff now. So yeah.
I love that.
At first, yeah, at first it just seemed like nothing was moving, nothing was working. I'm like, I'm ready, like, but now
yeah,
it's moving. So.
yeah. No, this is good. We got somebody else in here too. MayMay, she jumping in. You already know, Marquita.
Oh, I love MayMay.
Yeah, MayMay in here. What's going on, MayMay? And we got a new one. We got a new guest too. Regine. She in here.
Talk about Regine.
Wait, that's how you pronounce it, right?
You sound like a Regine.
Regine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And MayMay, what's going on? I think we hear you. Can we hear you?
No. What's up?
No.
There you go.
Yeah, you can hear her.
You saying something, MayMay? Can you say something again? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying what's up.
Okay, there she is. What's up, lady?
How are you guys?
We doing good. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I just got done with that swimming class with my daughter.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's what's up. Did she enjoy it?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you get in the water too? Or it was just her?
No, absolutely. It was just her.
Oh,
I don't like to swim.
What?
I do not like to swim.
Man, you look like you'll kill it with your little short self.
I said, meet your mind.
Nah.
No,
what
but
y'all talking about?
We actually talking about addictions today. So we getting a little deep. We're gonna be talking about addiction. So you need to open up and let us know what's going on. Okay?
Addiction.
Yeah, addictions. We want to know we want to know what addictions you got. So we're gonna need you to open up today. You good with that?
No. Just kidding. No. I don't want you to know what I'm addicted to.
Nah, it's good. You ain't got to share that part. But we are talking about addictions. But if you want to share it, you can. But we, again, we're gonna dive into that just a little bit to see where everyone's at with that, where everyone mentally is with it. And just, digging into the different aspects of addiction. But before we do that, I was just starting off with, asking everybody about where they are from 1 to 10. Regine, right? What they call what's the nickname?
Terry.
Terry? It's Terry?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just say Terry. I'm gonna say Terry.
That's hilarious. Every time you say Regine, that's hilarious.
All right, Terry. I'm gonna say Terry. All right, so Terry, she pretty much told us that she's at like a 4.5, 4.5. Again, she's kind of going through the process of getting out of a relationship, working her way through that. And so she's just gonna, it's gonna take time for her to get to that 8 or where she probably was initially because it's just taking time to heal. Marquita, okay. she's saying she's pretty much at a 7 to 8, and we kind of left off there. So you want to tell us, I guess, why you there, and then what is it going to take for you to get to a 10?
7, 8, mostly because the last time we talked or whatever, things didn't look like they were moving. So I'm like, I'm ready for things to get to moving, like stuff looking like moving forward. Like I'm ready for the next step, basically. And it didn't look like everything's on a standstill. But now, like over the weekend stuff, I've been getting information that possibly everything is in motion. I could possibly be getting my new car. I could possibly be moving and stuff now. So just ready for all of that.
I love
Definitely
it.
a new car.
I love it.
It is.
And that's beautiful. And again, I love the fact that you are looking up and up. You're on the up and up. Some things have not happened yet, but you still like, hey, I'm hoping that this happens. I'm looking up. I'm hoping that things are gonna get better. And that's where you got to be. That's where you got to be when you ain't at a 10 or 9 or 8. If you ain't up there, so going back to you, Terry, if you ain't there, you got to look up. You know what I'm saying? You got to look up and keep hope. And that's what you're doing, right? Are we looking up?
Yeah, I am. It's just taking a little longer than the normal.
The normal, yeah, or than probably what you wanted. It's probably taking longer than what you wanted. Yeah. But it's gonna get better. Again, it's groups like this that help push us and help us reflect on that and remember that it's the rain or the clouds or the darkness doesn't last forever. You know what I'm saying? The sun eventually has to come out. So remember that. Remember that. Eventually, exactly.
Look,
Eventually. I know it's gonna take a minute, but eventually though, you got it. You got this. You got this. And so maybe we want to hear about you now, from a scale from 1 to 10. I'm not sure where you were last time. Where were you last time, and then where are you now?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Oh yeah.
Yep, MayMay.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
You good?
Last time I don't remember where I was at,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I don't know. I've been at a 10, but then you know what? I went shopping, so I was at a like what 2. Yo, I spent so much this week. It's not even funny.
Well, hold on. The shopping brought you down to a 2?
Yeah, it made me feel, I don't know, which is.
I definitely understand because I hate shopping. I understand completely. I hate shopping.
Well, you want shopping?
Relate.
Go ahead.
So
What you say?
I guess I was going through a lot, and then I decided to just, go shopping. Like I spent, I spent $200 on gym stuff, and yeah, I was just like, you know what, I shouldn't be doing that.
Okay.
But
first of all, now real quick, because you sound like Quita right now, talking about some $200 on gym stuff. Maybe because me, I don't care about spending money, but like that's not even a lot of money. It's that was necessary for you to go ahead and start those whatever your fitness journey, stuff like that. So that's not even a lot. I could see like
but
2,000.
not just the gym stuff though. I did other stuff too, like you know what I'm saying. That was just like a little bit of it.
Don't put my cheap ways out there.
But yeah, I was sad and now I'm happy because I guess I spent when I wasn't supposed to be spending.
So are you saying that you spending it became almost like a therapeutic moment for you? It was like therapy?
Yes.
Yes, yep.
Wow. Now you know what? That's a good, interesting topic. We're gonna actually let's just dive right in. So we gonna dive right in right quick with this because you sitting over here just saying that you were sad, you were down, you went shopping, that then made you happy because you spent money that you say you spent even though you were not supposed to spend. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Now why do you feel like you shouldn't have spent it though? Like why do you feel like it's something you shouldn't have done?
Because I'm supposed to be on a budget. You know.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I went over. Like I didn't stop at just $200. I went over.
Now you ain't tell us that. She ain't say that. No.
More than let's just say 1,000, but I don't remember. But hey, I'm happy though. And then I realized, hey, that was a badass idea because why would I do that? Like,
hey,
so I can't get used to this because it's just a bad habit,
And that's where I was going into it, the addiction. Okay, cool. So that's why I was sliding into it. That's why I was sliding into it. Yep. What you guys go ahead, Terry. You got something to say? Come on.
Come on. It's a bad habit. I just see it as I'm gonna get the money back, so I'm gonna spend it. Honestly, me because Quita already know I'll go to a store and spend about at least 1,000 plus in one store. And be okay with,
and I come out with $50 worth of stuff.
Yes, so I'm the person that frivolously spends. Yeah. But because I feel like I know I'm gonna get it back, I don't mind spending it, and then it don't be like useless stuff most of the time. Look, I gotta sit up in there. It don't be useless most of the time.
Most of the time.
So I was like, okay, oh well, I'm gonna just spend this money on this instead. And then after I do that, I'll be happy too after I get done shopping because it's like, oh, I got a bunch of little stuff. I got a new crock pot. I got a new little coffee maker. Or I bought tissue for the house and stuff like that. Like stuff like that makes me happy.
Yeah.
To have to get little bitty things around the house and like candles and stuff. It don't be like over the top stuff.
Yeah. So then when does it become bad? When you're going over the budget, or is that when it becomes bad, or when you?
No, I feel like for me, I'm trying to save up for a house and stuff. And then also I'm trying to clean up my credit, and I'm trying to save up for a brand new car, you know, and I'm trying to actually like get better at saving.